Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Fair Play Racing League here on this Friday evening. We are here in Japan once again for Division 2 at the Japanese Grand Prix, of course, in Japan. You, you're joined by myself, David Lolface. You might recognise me. What a treat, 2 times in 1 week. Tonight I'm joined by the one and only
Dean. Outside Dean, as everybody calls me.
That was the least enthusiastic I've ever heard anyone.
Really?
Do you know? Yeah. I got a little bit distracted when I was saying that because England have just scored a second.
Nice.
But anyway, moving on. Yep, I'm in the commentator seat tonight. You lucky gits get me twice in a week. Of course, joined by Div 2 commentator Dino. It's very nice. It seems like a while since we've come together. Actually, it's probably
2 weeks.
Last season.
Oh,
Is it really?
Russia?
Ah, yes.
Remember?
You joined after you were a man on the pit wall.
Yeah.
We've had one spinner already at Dunlop Curb. Was it someone letting someone pass? It wasn't Dunlop. God, it started so well. I've not even drunk
Now
that
we're
much
tonight.
tonight.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that's one spinner in Sector 1. So I'm gonna put down five spinners in the first sector. I get the feeling that's probably a little bit low.
Yeah, I was gonna say only 5.
Five in qualifying anyway.
All
Let's go with
qualifying?
that, shall we? Q1.
Okay. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I know that's pretty much where I'd be spinning off anyway. So, who's on a lap? Oh, we got Scotsman on a lap. Did you catch who came out first?
I think it was Force Majeure that came up first. Or the...
Oh,
Yeah, it was a Red Bull. I'm pretty sure.
well, can't be that Red Bull because that Red Bull's not taking part in qualifying. The Red Bull of OB, of course. We're gonna stick with Scotsman, I think.
Yeah, I believe he is the first guy now. Oh,
Oh. Oh, we just saw him clip the inside corner of the first part of Spoon there. That's another one that likes to spit you out. I think that's the theme with Suzuka. You've got so many curves, but at the same time, almost every single one of them can cause you to spin around.
yeah.
Apart from maybe the last couple, they're not too
Well,
bad.
Yeah, but the traction out of those corners and the part where you go down, they make the traction a bit harder.
Absolutely.
It's just a whole bad track for a controller, even for a steering wheel player. But yeah, not a big fan.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't need to tell me this track isn't good for controllers. Trust me, I know.
I wasn't doing too bad yesterday, so not until the first half was pretty good.
Yeah. Of course, it was a very exciting race yesterday. Our winner was RBT, I believe. Got himself from 15th on the grid to winning it, so that was pretty handy of him. Of course, actually, probably we'll put a word in for Monkey Boy Kurt, because Monkey Boy Kurt, pad user himself, he overtook Ali Ferrari at the start of the race, but I don't know if you've seen it yet, Dino. It's quite funny what happened. And he won't thank me for telling everyone or reminding everyone. He smashed his front wing coming into the pit lane.
Oh wow, yeah, yeah. I always have my phone next to me on with the Twitch stream, and I remember you guys saying we think somebody may have hit the pit wall. So now I know who it was.
Yep. And unfortunately, he came in for his pit stop immediately after the game resetting back to the pit entrance. And they didn't change his front wing. So he had to go all the way around behind the safety car with no front wing. But
very
he, of
unfortunate.
course, did come back quite well. So, at the moment, Hargy's out.
Yeah, I saw.
Happened to Hargy?
He hit the wall in sector 1 because I saw an orange dot, and then it just disappeared. So.
So 2 so far.
Yeah, well,
As
F3.
fish sticks.
Forceman, you're also spun.
Well, that is that's 3 then. Gosh, I'm really lagging behind a bit now on the estimation. I don't have the Twitch stream up, so I don't know if anyone's talking in it. Seems a little bit quiet at the moment. It's a bit early. It's only 13 minutes past 8.
Yep.
So there's been some exciting things this week. Of course, in the world of FPRL. We shouted it out yesterday. I think there's been a Twitter message gone out today. And that is the launch of our brand new website. That's fairplayracingleague.com, where you can catch up on news, standings, and race calendar, all sorts of stuff.
Yep.
Of course, we thank Biddle for his effort with that. Unfortunately, not quite in the lobby yet. He's I'm pretty sure he's running a little bit late. Ugh. Okay, so just 9.5 minutes left of Q1 tonight. Currently running with. Well, I thought we were going to have a full lobby tonight, but apparently only 17 at the moment. That's 18 is Biddle.
Gregors, we're missing him.
Yep, Gregors and Robbie Parsons is missing out at the moment.
He joined, and then, like when the session started, he left or something. But he didn't say why.
Probably because F1 is having issues similar to what we saw last night.
Yep.
Let's have a quick look. I think actually the lobby might now be set to invite only, so you might need to invite. You might need to invite him back to the session. I don't know if it's been set up that way or not.
So yeah, now let's take a look. We got on a run. I think that's one of the Alpines. That is, let's take a look. Ars von Kachau. But it looks like he is on an outlet because he is letting other people by. And then now up front is Hun PC, but he has invalidated his lap. Behind him we have Tricks and Pines, who is also on his outlet. And behind him, we finally have somebody on a lap, Sergeant Redenoff. Now going into this, I don't know what the corner is called. I should be
That'll
ashamed
be
of myself.
130R.
Yeah, I should be ashamed of myself.
Yes, you should. Never mind. See, I forgive you. If Raikkonen was here, he wouldn't forgive you. He'd never let
Yeah.
you hear the end of it.
Yeah, probably.
Well, it's probably the most famous of this circuit. It's the old 130R. Not quite sure why it's called 130R, mind. I'm sure it's...
Probably 100.
Oh, as we've got another spinner in Sector 1.
Yep. But I bet it has to do that it's like 130 degrees. That's where the corner goes, you know, so...
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, because we usually use the letter R. We use it to measure, you know, like a radius.
Yes,
something.
yeah.
So... So only destroying are setting a purple Sector 1.
Going into the tricky hairpin. Very loose on the exit.
And there's Gregor's UK, he has joined.
Thankfully. Looks like we have been joined by Robbie Parsons. I think Gregor's will be along in a minute as well. Well, as soon as he picks his car. Well, put us up to the magic, well, not so magic 19. We're just waiting for Biddle. Probably about quarter of an hour away, so he will probably miss qualifying. Start at the back, as Gregor's does indeed join us. So yet to set a lap in this session, we have OB, of course, serving a qualifying ban. Hagi 11, who is, well, he binned it in Sector 1, I believe.
Yep.
Gregor's UK, who's just joined us, of course, and RSF1 Kachow, who might be voluntarily choosing to start at the back of the grid. He can probably still win it, let's be honest. He's too fast for this league.
Yep.
And I know he'll love me saying that as well.
Sure, it's pretty quick.
Yep, sorry Kachow. I'll get it later, I'm sure. So, yellow flags out in Sector 2.
Slow
Looks
car.
like that's just people letting others by. So that's Skvid retiring from the pit lane. It looks like, as is Fishsticks. Fishsticks probably save Skvid. I don't know. I mean, it's not a bad time at 130.8.
No, well, looking
Let's
that,
see what they've done it on.
yeah, they can make it because you can see Squibbit is 9th, and yeah.
Yep, on PC.
I'm not so sure if I don't know what I said yesterday, but it was probably like a 33.9 or something.
Yep, that's good show for Squid then. Sorry, I got one eye on the football, one eye on the racing.
Yeah.
Just see the Albanian goalkeeper pull off a pretty good save. Anyway, that's enough about football, as we see more and more drivers now beginning to retire towards the end of the session. I unfortunately can't see how long is left.
Yeah.
Because
somebody is
the yellow
slow.
flags.
Please just press the gas pedal so we can see the time.
Yeah. It's disgraceful. Drakes and Pines, what are you doing, man?
Oh, Sergeant Randolph getting traffic. Yeah, that's his lap ruined. He got
Was it
blocked
Robbie
by.
Parsons? No.
You wish, but no. It was
Gregors.
Gregor's UK, but he had like one of those red X's on his head, so it's probably
Ah, yeah.
disconnected or his AI taking over.
Yeah. That's almost confirmed it is. Gregors has left the session.
Okay.
Am I in the lobby? No, sir. You just got booted. He might have desynced.
Yep, I think so.
Oh, what's that? Robbie Parsons going
Oh,
for a
oh,
spin up.
oh.
Dunlop.
Yes, it is.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh, Robbie Parsons.
that.
Oh, he's taken out Kachow.
Well, luckily he did get a fair penalty for that, because that is gonna put him last with a 5 grid penalty.
As it is, yep, he's going to have diffuser damage and he's, yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
So that's very unfortunate because Kachow, he probably had everything saved up for one lap at the end. And
Yep,
yeah,
and he's just ended up going straight to the back of a horse who's
so who do we still have on the lap? We got Sergeant and slow lap. Then Robbie, who has just had a crasher.
20 seconds to get around to the finish, improve on his
I think
time.
he can still do it. He can still do another lap. He wants no.
He's come in.
Okay.
He's
So now we have Swizzler, and look,
he's safe.
that's a spinner. That's a spinner 6.
Oh, Spinella for the Swizzler.
Rest in peace. And then that is
Yep.
qualifying.
So, losing out in Q1 looks like will be RSF1 Kachow, very unlucky to be blocked in the way he was. I can't comment too much, I just caught the end of it. So, after Kachow, unfortunately Gregors, who is having game issues, it looks like.
Yep.
Hargy, who again managed to hit a wall in Sector 1. That's OB, serving as qualifying ban. We'll start in 16th. Nothing we can really do about that. Swilzer eliminated in 15th because he done binned it.
Yep.
Everyone else is through. So unfortunately Gregors will not be able to jump back in. So that means that we're going to have an AI all race. Fantastic.
So there we go. We got already people coming out. Evangela, followed by Only Destroy 14.
Let's see what Revenge can do this week then. Flying the flag for the Alfa Romeo team.
Yeah, he's a very fast driver, so.
He definitely is. My camera flick's not working. I can't switch cameras. That's good. But I can on other drivers. Thank you. Jesus, this game. So, leading the way into Q2 is that Revengella. He is one of the faster drivers.
Yeah.
Nice guy actually. He's been with us for quite a while. It's a
Yeah.
decent amount of races now, and he's shown his pace nearly week after week every time he's had the chance.
It's very consistent as well. Well, we got a spin from Hunt PC, so that's spin number 1 for Q2.
Oh, that's the old Ali Ferrari spot from yesterday. Interestingly, a lot of drivers out on the mediums at the moment. The only person on the track with the softs is Sergeant Rananoff.
Yeah.
But we'll catch up with him. I think it's an interesting selection if you want to start on the softs. Actually, you do want to ideally do the one stop.
Yeah.
So do you think he's just sort of admitting defeat and going for the soft to hards?
Yeah, I have to say the hards are definitely not. Oh, as you go a bit wide, but the hards are definitely not a bad tire choice. Mediums are really good on this track. I haven't tested out the softs yesterday, but I saw some guys going like 10 laps with the soft and then going to mediums, so that is also possible if you can then go with the tire wear from the mediums.
Yes, we did indeed see, I believe, lap. So they were going to lap 11, but I think that's when the safety car came out last night.
Yeah.
But it was actually when they were supposed to pit, talking to Monkey Boy. So, start of Q2. Couple of laps now coming in. So on 30.8 for Revengilla. And going in behind him on the softs is Sergeant Rananoff, only a 130.8.
Wow.
Perhaps he's holding back?
I don't think he wants to hold back. Maybe he did run wide. The corner where he's going right now, where Robbie spun, he went wide there.
Yeah.
So that definitely cost him some time. So he'll probably get some new softs under there. He can definitely go faster and set a new lap on new softs.
Absolutely. Of course, still does have that option for mediums, especially as he made a small mistake on those softs. Junuvain setting the fastest lap at the moment, marginally quicker than Revengilla. As out of nowhere, we've got Button.
Wow.
Sticking in a lap that's 3.5 tenths quicker in the Aston Martin. So good showing from him. Next across the line, looks like it's... Could it be a Scotsman? It could very well be. On the medium tyres and really not attacking those last... look, okay. So he's on his out lap. There you go, I've done it once this week. Scotsman now onto his flying lap. Through sector 1. Very tricky section this. Around Japan. quick sequence of lefts and rights. You want 5th, 6th gear going up these. You got to stay off those curves, just as seen there. Scotsman makes a bit of a meal, gets on the curb on the inside, makes him lose the rear and catches it fortunately. Has kept going. He's...
And we have a
I
spinner.
think he's still pushing. A
On
spinner!
PC. In 6th place.
That's not the first time he's done that this evening. Needs to keep out of the way of the Aston Martin. I think, to be honest, that looked like the Aston Martin of Squid.
Yeah.
Going a little bit wide there. He might have been a little bit distracted, but I don't think you can blame Hun PC for that. Oh, he's gone wide and does the old trick of not coming straight back on the track to avoid invalidation. Squid around the hairpin. I've switched driver. That's smart. Up to Spoon Curve, hitting 185 miles an hour before slowing down. He's lost the rear. He's caught it. He's caught it as Fish Sticks puts in the purple lap. 1.5 attempts up on Button's time. So Squid now coming through 130R. Nice and clean. Can he get it slowed down? He can indeed. Attacks the last chicane, hugs the inside. Does he? No, he doesn't quite do it. That's put him in 9th at the moment on those mediums. Coming next across the line will be this man here. It's Force Manure in the lovely white colours of the Red Bull. I'm not going to lie, I kind of a little bit worn out on the white livery. He's come into the pits. Thought for a second there he was going to do a monkey boy. So, 4 drivers still yet to set a lap. Technically 5. I mean, Force Manure won't be particularly proud of that lap as Scotsman puts himself into 2nd place. Further down the line, who have we got? So we've got Only Destroyer on his outlap. Behind him is Locker, who's on a hot one. Squid might be on a hot one.
Biddle has
Not
joined.
with that much yards. Hey, Biddle has joined. 35 minutes late. Better late than never. So, Sergeant Rananoff coming through Sector 1 as we speak, as an Aston Martin gets well out of the way. Okay, I'm gonna not talk about Formula 1 for a second because Harry Kane's just scored a flipping flying volley for his hat trick. Immense. He's done nothing all season. Oh, what's that? Albania? I've never heard of them. Let's play football. Anyway, moving on. Okay. So, Only Destroyer has invalidated. That RSF1 Locker still going well as Rananoff puts in a fast lap and a sub 130. That'll no doubt probably keep him safe, I'd say.
Yep.
And a bit. Now what can Lucker do coming through these last two corners? Really not attacking those curbs as much as he can do. Not really hugging the inside either.
133.595, so it's probably not the best he can do on the mediums. But he can still go another run.
He can indeed, and looks like he's got the ERS and he is going for it. So
we get a spinner. Quickly saw it. Only destroyer. I quickly saw that.
Yeah, you're not immune to the commentator's curse, I have to say. I haven't been watching Sargent enough. I promised him I'd curse him tonight.
Really?
No, but I've decided to say it at the very least. I think he was making remarks about my Mercedes teammates spinning. So, that's horrendous. The corner cutting from Raminov.
Like I hope he doesn't think that this is pit entry, because this is the second time he's done this. And imagine he's thinking that this is the pit entry route.
Just gonna make it interesting for the race.
Yeah, you have to go this way.
If he does it in the race, then
I'll send him €5.
Yeah.
Probably not.
I'll match that.
Money.
I'll send him 5 Great British pounds. Or normal British pounds.
I'll send him euros, which he had absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
About.
Let's be honest. The euro's worth a lot more than GBP.
Oh, I think it was the other way around.
Well, yeah, but in terms of a strong currency. Anyway, moving on. You can definitely use euros in more places than you can pounds.
Okay.
Absolutely. Hardly anyone uses pounds. In fact, you can only really use it in England, Scotland, Wales, and
I actually don't know that.
Northern Ireland. Yeah, you might be able to use it in places like maybe not like British Virgin Islands. Probably not actually. They probably use dollars.
So now we have Tricks and Pies on a lap. Let's hope he doesn't spin, because he's in the Haas, of course.
Yeah. Oh, it's the battle of the Haas to see who's racing as Mazepin tonight. At the moment, looking like it might be Robbie Parsons, although technically they are both through to Q2, which is very unusual, I have to say.
But it looks like he is. Oh yeah, never mind. I didn't see anything.
Ugh. And that is the end of Q2. So, what can Force Manure do? It's last chance saloon for him. Currently P11, he needs to gain 4 tenths to get himself into Q3. And towards the end of Sector 2, at the end of this straight. Let's see where he is on his time course, opting to go on the soft tyres. What is his delta? He is a slow boy.
Yeah.
He's 2.5 seconds down. I don't know if that's of his own time or the lead time, but
and that's an invalidation.
That is indeed an invalidation, and that will be his race day. Skvid lives to see another day, or lives to go in qualifying 3, I suppose. Yep. Robbie Parsons going out in 14th, not setting a valid lap in Q2. Only Destroyer also going out. I'll tell you who the other driver is in a second. As we just load up. Yep, only Destroyer in the Ferrari going out, unable to set a time as well. So RSF1 Locker in 12th place. Just behind the Red Bull of Force Manure. And that is your contenders for Q3 today. So Skvid, Humpy C, TJM, Revengezilla, Trixton Pines, Button, Scotsman, Fishsticks, Junuvane, and top of the leaderboards is Sargent. Sargent Rananoff doing a good job there for the AlphaTauri boys.
Yep.
As we wait for the timer to slowly count down.
Come on.
5, 4, 3.
Yeah. There we go, Q3.
So, well, we have this small intermission between qualifying sessions. I have to inform the chat, as well as everyone else, that my beverage of tonight, actually like last night, was Jack Daniels and Cherry Coke.
Ooh.
Or not Cherry Coke, Cherry Pepsi Max, which is the superior Cherry Cola.
It is true. You're speaking facts.
Only the real facts here on FPRL. I still haven't loaded up the stream chat. I'm terribly sorry if you're communicating in the stream chat. I haven't loaded it up. It's unusual for me, but I am watching the football on my laptop. So let's load it up on my phone. Maybe. Come on. Last live 14th of May. That's not right. I'm looking at the wrong FPRL. It's the old. That's the old Twitch channel.
So we get
better mute.
both Mercedes coming out. Fishsticks
The
first.
superior
TJM.
team, of course. So TJM coming out behind his teammate for tonight. Oh, excuse me. Maybe it's a bit too much Jack Daniels in there. Never mind. What would Raikkonen think? Barging on his turf on a Thursday as I come in intoxicated, coughing and swearing. I might not have sworn yet, actually.
I don't know. Not yet.
Not yet. It's gonna happen. I think if I've gone 45 minutes without swearing, I'll be quite pleased with myself. I say 45 minutes, 39 minutes.
Yeah, so let's take a look. I'm gonna follow Fishsticks because he's the guy in front. And let's take a look what he can do, because I think he can set a very fast lap. He just has to kick it and not spin in this crazy track of Suzuka.
So the start finish straight, topping out at just over 200 miles an hour, I believe.
Yep, that is correct. Yeah, these curves, they're very toxic. You don't want to touch them. I think some of them you can touch, but I'm not gonna say which one. Don't follow my advice. Just stay off them, and you'll probably be fine. The curve right here is absolutely horrendous. This is where I crashed yesterday. Uh, Hairpin. It is what it is, just a little hairpin. You're probably gonna see some moves here. Uh, Doubt there's gonna be a lot of moves because it is very narrow, and you really need the overspeed to put him in a move. And then you have this corner here. It's like a giant. I don't even know what kind of corner it is.
It's like a giant spoon. Because that indeed is the name of the corner. It is Spoon Corner.
You are correct.
I know I am.
Yeah, but did you have to say like, oh, it looks like a spoon? Did you have to say that? Just to bully me?
I mean,
I think
it's
might
a weird
be
spoon. It's not like any spoon I've ever used, but yeah. So Fish Sticks preliminarily getting the purple lap so far. 4 drivers have gone across the line. As Rananov comes in, sets a lap 3 seconds faster as Fish Sticks has gone for a spin.
Yeah. And there's cars coming behind him. This is not going to go very well. Ooh. Oh, and there's another spin. There's Tricks and Pines. Let them go.
Yep, look at them go. Doing donuts. The race isn't over, lads.
Not yet, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, we got... Oh, never mind.
Oh, is that Fish Stick still having issues?
Yeah, it's driving slow now. Probably his tires.
Rears are probably really lit up. See if he's got the temperature back good.
And look at Humpy C. Look at Humpy C go.
Yep, Humpy C gone for a spinneroonie. Looking down the hill of Sector 1. No cars coming, safely rejoins. And yeah, rather interesting. So we've seen a few drivers go off there. We haven't seen any drivers crash out there apart from Hargy, which
and Swizzler.
Yeah, Swizzler as well actually. Yeah. I say Hargy. This is a Friday night, so I will have to call him Hagrid.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, I do pay attention occasionally. Ooh, Hun's still lighting up his rears. So 3 drivers yet to set a lap then. That's Hun PC, who we've just had an issue in Sector 1. On board now with Revengezilla.
Hunky C.
Another spin. Coming out of Spoon. Yeah, needs to come in, get off those tyres, I think.
Yeah,
Could
definitely.
be in trouble coming into 130, I have to say. No, okay. Yep, tyres are cooler.
Yep, there he goes in. On PC. So now we only have Revengezilla providing the action of our beautiful stream.
No pressure.
You're live.
Just bearing in mind, commentator's curse was given about half a dozen, like 6 or 7 times last night.
Did you guys curse me or not? I don't think so.
Probably. If I'm being completely honest. Definitely, probably. Anyone that we could curse, we did. So, Revengezilla comes into the pits without setting a lap on those tyres. So, I think he'll probably value doing a lap on some fresh softs, well, a couple laps on fresh softs rather than carrying on those.
You know, we have Button on track.
Ooh, a wild Button. Oh, Squid has retired in the pits.
Okay.
Possibly didn't have any fresh tyres left. Or, knowing Squid, he might have gone for a cigarette break before the race. But his teammate now, Button, is coming through, showing that lovely Aston Martin livery.
It sure is beautiful.
It is, and it's a good thing to see Aston Martin in the sport, of course. Not just the racing team, but indeed the beautiful safety car.
Yeah, definitely.
The green, of course, that trademark green of the Aston Martin. Probably a lot prettier to look at than the pink of the Racing Point in earlier seasons.
Even though I really like the pink, after 2017 there was just too much white.
Yep, I see what you mean. Yeah, I see what you mean. To be honest, they couldn't have had it in a dark colour because it would have looked just completely like the Mercedes then, wouldn't it? So Button through Sector 1, he's 22 thousandths up on his time. Currently 4 tenths off pole. He looks like he's gone a little bit wide through the hairpin on the exit. That will compromise him all the way up here until Spoon Curb touches the inside curb, deals with it very nicely. Misses the apex, keeps it clean on the exit though, importantly. So towards the end of Sector 2, he is 1.5 tenths up on his time. If he can find another couple of attempts in these last corners. Oh, he's invalidated.
Oh.
Just took too much of the penultimate corner. And unfortunately for him, has to go again. So next on their lap, looks like there is that's a Merc starting his flyer. I see a wild Scotsman, a flying Scotsman if you will. I hear that was a topic of conversation last week.
Yeah, he won the race and dived in a pool, which was absolutely beautiful.
Yep, there's a lovely little hot tub. Fish Sticks sets the timing board alight. He's set a 129.4, just 9 thousandths up on Sergeant Rananoff, who will have a one shot at improving his time, just completing his outlap now. 42 seconds to get through your last sector. That will be plenty enough.
But
here an uh-oh.
Scotsman invalidating his lap, so he will be 4th.
He will be at most 4th, importantly,
yeah.
if there are drivers behind that can improve. Janu Vane is one of those, as there's yellows out. Hum PC out of qualifying.
So that is like, we should have started counting, but we didn't.
Yeah, we should have. I'm sure I'll go back and have a look. That's no improvement there for TJM. Ends up in P8 for the Mercedes lads. So next across the line will be current pole sitter Fish Sticks. Can he improve? Coming around the final corner, keeping it tight. He's
No.
87 thousandths faster. Now behind him, Genevain next to go across the line, coming through 130R now. Slows down for the last corner, takes the first one nicely, second one nicely as well, and it's power to the line. What can he do? It's P5, he's put himself in front of Scotsman. Tricks and Pines has got himself into third. I've missed that.
Sergeant Renop is faster, but still comes second.
Oh, he's
Three?
three
Oh my god.
3,000th short.
Yeah.
So who is yet to cross the line? We've got Tricks and Pines again coming through. He's not on a lap. He's got the full ERS. Looks like Buttons run out of fuel. Possibly.
Also on a slow lap. So yeah.
A slow lap. That will be it then. The result for this evening. Well, the qualifying. The result of qualifying for this evening.
Very good qualifying. A lot of spins, I have to say. But it's enjoyable to watch everybody suffer. Oh, jeez. No, but a lot of spins. Maybe if somebody in the league is, has a lot of spare time, they'll make like a spinning compilation for our beautiful website, fairplayracing.com. Enter now, so you can sign up and race with us. So I think David is gone. David has died. You're not here anymore, David.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, I'm definitely not here.
Yeah.
I'm dead. Definitely didn't mute my mic at all.
Oh. I was gonna say
I forgot to unmute my mic.
Oh.
How long was I dead for?
30 seconds or something. So it was kind of...
It's not too bad.
No, it was like I was saying something. I was like, "Why aren't you responding to me, man? You're pushing me into this corner."
Sergeant Rananoff. Yep, I did try and make you spin, but that's not qualifying is not where it counts, mate. It counts in the race. And here we are on the virtual Sunday. The cloud once again, as it did last night, looks.
Yep.
Well, the sky looks cloudy.
I hope it's not gonna rain because that would probably be very awful for everyone.
Absolutely. It will throw a spanner in the works for sure.
Now, if you look on your screen and you look to the right, we can see some Red Bulls and Ferraris jumping up and down. They're probably very excited to be here in Japan. They're like, they have the spirit. They know they might win the race.
Absolutely, just like Object Fungus last night, chuckling away on the grid. It's nice to see that this game is perfect and has no bugs.
Definitely, this is definitely realistic.
Stewards there in the pit wall. You can see they're having a whale of a time.
Yep, they got nothing to do. Just look around them. There's nobody there on the grid, where the mechanics. No, they don't exist in this world anymore.
No. Oh, they've all gone.
Yep.
All gone for a comfort break before the race start, which I don't blame them for doing because I am going to take one too.
Oh.
I will be back in a moment. Thank you very much. I'll leave you with Dino.
So yes. Maybe if I'm lucky, I can see the grid, because we didn't mention the top 10. Because we were chatting about David's mic mute. So in first we have Fish Sticks, second Sergeant Rennoff, third Tricks and Pines, fourth Button, fifth Johnny Vane, 6th Ephrior Scotsman, 7th Revenge Zilla, 8th TGM, 9th we have Squibbit, and 10th we have Hunt PC. The whole top 10, apart from Sergeant Redenoff, is starting on the mediums, and Sergeant Redenoff is starting on the softs. Of course, qualifying on those red tires. Uh, yeah, we're gonna look at an hopefully a very good race. Are we gonna see rain? I have no clue. I haven't looked at the Discord. If anybody said that, if anybody knows, please let me know so I can verify that. Strategy is looking to be a one stop for most people. That is the way to go. At least for me, it is. If we're gonna see safety cars, then as we start the session, so 25 seconds now. But if we are going to see safety cars, that is going to play a huge role in the race. Yesterday, I believe we only saw one safety car, and I believe two virtuals. So if we can do that again today, then we don't have to go through all those safety car periods like last week, which was very boring, and our view count went like to 3 people because safety cars are very boring. As we are now going to start and line up the grid.
Yep. Away they go on their formation lap. Thank you for holding the fort. I am now topped up.
Yep,
ready for a brilliant race here in Division 2, Tier 2, whatever we're calling it nowadays. Probably both, to be honest.
Division or tier? Yeah. I don't know.
One or two. Both one and the same. So I believe you went through the top 10, I believe.
Oh, it was 11.
Yep.
Yeah.
So good to see Biddle. Biddle has managed to join the race. He will start from the back, but that will be no worry to him. I'm sure he's opted to start on those lovely fresh mediums.
And Gregor's UK.
Give him an advantage.
He is also back. Or yeah, he's definitely back.
Is he? Is you sure it's not his AI?
No, because the AI was on the thing on the name tag, right? And looking at his steering, it kind of looks like. Oh yeah, that's definitely that's definitely Gregor's UK, and not an AI. Because an AI would have seen it coming. They're little cheaters. They know what's happening.
Absolutely.
As Obi and Swizzler get disqualified, very naughty from them.
Naughty.
As Raikkonen would say.
Like.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm really looking forward to this race.
Yep. So of course, everyone apart from Sergeant Rananoff in the top 10 on those medium tyres. Sergeant Rananoff, Force Manure and a couple of drivers further down opting to start on the softs. Thank you, Eagle, for reminding me to put that on. So in they come at the end of the... Wait, what? Oh, I got really confused because they start so far in front of the start-finish line. I thought they're going round again.
Yep, I know what you mean.
Okay. It really caught me out. I promise I've not drunk that much. Right, let's go from the start then. Or we'll go from wherever has the best camera angle. The favourite looks like the midfield. Away they go!
Oh, we already got a spinner. Robbie Parsons spun in the back, but let's take a look
Robbie
what's
Parsons,
fun.
that's
and
two
a big
nights
crash.
in a row. Someone else
Two
in
Alpines.
the wall. It's in the wall. Fishsticks has maintained the lead. Coming into the first sector proper now. Sergeant Ranoff in second, Button up to third as
Oh, no.
Only Destroyer is crashed out.
More crashes, more crashes. Trying
What's
to...
happened there? Yep,
Yeah.
Ginu Vane and Hum PC looks like they've come together. Robbie Parsons coming through.
Try
Hum
to
PC
do
getting
it
a
together.
5-second penalty there.
Yeah, Junivane, HumpC, Only Destroyer. They're in a crash. We got Robbie Parsons with, I believe, Greg GK in the back with a crash. And the two Alpines in a crash together. So that's everything that's happening in the back here.
Yeah,
And
Kachow's
HumpC
got no
takes
front
himself
wing.
out with a question mark. It looked like he just threw himself into the wall. I'm not so sure, because it was just when I went on his car.
It could have indeed been a... What's going on here? What's going on there?
I
I don't know if you caught that, Tino. It's like Robbie Parsons stopped on track and Gregor's behind him. Looks like he made contact.
I have no
But
clue.
he literally stopped on the road before the hairpin. It looked a bit strange. We are under the VSC at the moment. Sergeant Ranoff has lost a few places somewhere on that lap. He is down into 5th and that won't be great. Now stuck behind those medium tyre runners on those softs. Difficult place to pass at without the DRS.
Yep.
He will of course have the superior grip in the corners. As you can see, he is right behind Scotsman as they go green light racing again. So Fishsticks in the lead currently from Tricks and Pines in second, who is right up his gearbox. Will he have a look into...
that's contact.
Contact.
Oh, no.
It's a small spin. Button gets through into second. Tricks and Pines looks like... Has he got damage?
I know, but
Doesn't look like it. It might have minor damage. Under attack from Scotsman at the moment. The timings have buggered up naturally, so I don't want to see who's close to who. We'll keep with this mid-pack fight for the moment. So Fishik's out in the lead. Behind him in second, forming the start of this train is Button. Third place, Tricks and Pines, as Sergeant Ranoff gets past Scotsman on the outside. He might have a look at Tricks and Pines now. Although Scotsman's fighting back. It's the side by side. Oh, there's some lagginess.
Oh, no.
Ranoff, he's gone wide. Oh, I'll tell you what. He really did a good bit of driving there. Dive to the left all of a sudden to avoid contact of someone zooming past him. There is a yellow flag out in sector 1. TJM has had a spin. He's kept it on the inside. It looks like Biddle up into 9th then. Looked like that was a pass under yellows, but indeed TGM was the slow car, so I think he'll get away with it. It's a great lap there, great first couple of laps there from Biddle. Get himself from the back of the pack all the way up into the points paying position. So further back down we've got OB. Locker's made.
Yep, Locker spun.
Yep, Locker. Not a big fan of this track. Oh, I don't know how much of this is lag and how much of it is very, very dodgy tyres. It does look for the world like it's a bit of both. So Fishsticks in the lead, setting that purple lap. 1 second behind him is the Aston Martin of Button. That train forming behind him now, looking a little bit more spread out, which is good. It's good for him anyway. So further down we've got Robbie Parsons, Scotsman coming into the pits, putting the hard tyres on.
And we have
Squid.
a spinner, Squibbit. Oh no.
Squid and Force Manure look like they've
Gregor's also
had
out.
an incident.
Gregor's DNF. In the pits. Maybe no bad connection. I have no clue, but he is out of this race.
I think it might have been a voluntary thing, because I think it was really quite laggy for him. So a nice bit of sportsmanship, I suppose, if that is the case. Genuvain picking up a 3-second penalty for corner cuts. To be fair, the track limits here are quite horrible, if we're being completely fair.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be too surprised to see a few penalties on the board. So at the moment only the 2 drivers are with 3-second penalties. That's Squid in 8th and Genuvain in 16th. Sargent ran off now, still in 5th place, but set the timing boards alight. Behind him now, Biddle up into 6th. He definitely benefited from an accident caused further down, as there's a few cars coming into the pits now. That's Squid and Force Manure who did have contact, it seemed like. That's a new front wing for Squid, a new front wing for Force Manure, who gets out first. I assume Squid, because they're further up in the garage. That is correct. TJM goes through into 10th for the moment then.
Yep.
Okay, we are on lap 5. It's only lap 5. What's going on?
Well, it is only 27 laps. Not that big of a Force Manure's out.
Well, Force Manure has had some issues. What's happened? Let's
He
have
just
a
crashed.
look. With Hargy, his tyre's not up to temperature.
Yeah, Hargy had
Unfortunate
no
there.
right front wing.
Yeah, as you can see, he's struggling up the first sector. That really, any sort of wing damage really hampers you here. You pretty much will have to put on a new front wing. So the full course safety car is out here on lap 5. That's not what those medium runners will want to see.
No.
RSF1 Locker has left the session, and I caught his little lag spike there. Do you mind inviting him back in?
Wait, who was it?
Locker.
Yes, sure thing. Just
Whew. So, I'm going to take my breath very quickly. While we are, of course, under safety car, we usually have the fancy graphics for the intermission. Alas, not this week. Raikkonen, very deservedly, we've offered to give him the week off. Of course, we're very. He would have done it had no one else been here, but we are very thankful to him, as always. Usually with Dino here on the Friday night. Tonight, of course, Dino still here, running shotgun with me. David Lolface. Technically I should be in this race, but
it might be for the best.
I had so much fun. Yeah, I had so much fun last night commentating that I just couldn't bear to miss it tonight, and it's I'm glad that's the case, because
you knew you were gonna win.
It's been a good one so far.
Like, you knew you were gonna win this race, so you decided to be sportsman, and decided to retire from this Japanese Grand Prix and stay here with me.
Absolutely.
So that everybody here had a fair chance of winning.
Of course. We are all about fair play racing league. So it's nothing but fair play for me to allow the others to have a chance.
Safety cars, they're pretty boring.
They are pretty boring, and I get the feeling he probably won't be coming in this lap.
Nope.
Has
I don't think so
Hargy
either.
still not come in to fix his wing damage? Oh, he has.
But he does get a 3-second time penalty. Another one,
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah, 8 seconds now.
So that's a 5 and a 3 for him. Still only the 3 drivers with those corner cutting pens. But we are only 6 laps into the race, and we've probably only had 3 real green full laps. So while the safety car waits for Hargy to catch up, it looks like it might catch up this lap. If he manages to keep it clean through Sector 1.
AlphaTauri boys. What
Are
have
they not
done?
making contact again,
Yes, they
are
have.
they?
Sergeant Randolph got a 5-second penalty for contact with Biddle. That's what it said.
Oh dear. What is it with these guys? They're just so attracted to each other. They can't keep away. I'll tell you what, the AlphaTauri team chat must be absolutely brimming with sexual tension. I feel like.
I'll keep that to ourselves.
Yeah, well, of course, yes. you don't want to spill the beans then.
Yeah, definitely.
So, safety car is still out for one more lap. So the soft rudders have all pit in. It looks like so. Rananoff, of course, put on the mediums there. He's come out in 7th. Now with a lovely new fresh 5-second penalty. Lovely jubbly.
Yeah, I think
Interesting
the
there
will
are.
come in this lap.
Yep, looks like Hargy is now safely caught up. Staring at the back of OB, RSF1 Locker still not able to rejoin the session, it looks like. Sergeant Rananoff looks like he's having a bit of screen freeze. That's what he's... yeah, RSF1 Locker, I can't rejoin. Yes, so it seems like the game's not quite fixed itself. It seems like screen freezing is a thing that happens. And to be fair, I think there's a few drivers that might have been suffering from that. So let's see when we get the signal. It'll be a relatively late call here, of course, a very short sector 3. That will be the sign that's safe. No, not quite yet. Wait for the light to go out. Safety car is in this lap. The lights are out. The pace car now is Fish Sticks 957 in the Mercedes. Behind him is Button of the Aston Martin. Jesus.
Yep.
Behind him is Tricks and Pines. All 3 of these drivers still on the mediums from the start of the race as away they go. It's a good start from Fish Sticks. Tricks and Pines on the back of Button. Will he have a look into turn 1? He is a little bit too far back.
A bit of contact, but everybody's glitching my screen. Everybody has extras.
Yeah, looks like a couple of people are in the pits now. So, looks like a relatively clean start. I'm sure the drivers at the back.
Oh, we have
Pitting.
Hargy glitching for me. Maybe if you can go quickly, does he have the pit stop glitch? Or
Is there a
he...
pit stop glitch? Looks like he's come out on the track.
Yeah, and
Through
he
turn
spins.
one. See, I looked away just as... Actually, the leaderboard was probably in the way. It looks like he's collected himself. He won't have any damage. Needs to be really careful through these corners to not lose out. We have, of course, lost our timings because this game is perfect and has no bugs. It looks like it's pretty close at the front between Fish Sticks and Button.
Yep. TJM.
Telemetry on. TJM picking up a 3-second penalty just after the restart then. Currently in 9th place. Behind him is Squid, also with a 3-second penalty. Kachow has left the session. Yep, so it seems like the game is still broken. Say yourself, you're having issues? A few people in the lobby appear to be having issues, and a few people are being kicked out of the session. Lovely jubbly. Oh yeah, Hargy looks really laggy for me.
Yeah, for me as well. It looked like he was like appearing in and out of the pit box.
So
I think,
in the front,
Button might do it.
go for it. Oh, Hargy's out. Hargy has binned it in sector 1 between turn 2 and 3. His front left tyre is raining gravel. He's glitching into the floor, that's unlucky there.
And a contact at the back, Revengezilla and Tricks and Pines.
Oh, no, dear. Yeah, dropping down to 9th and 12th. So Tricks and Pines had to pit. Looks like Revengezilla has got away with it as he gets overtaken by Junuvane on the hard tyres into turn 1. He's just got to take it easy for a few corners and just collect himself. And
Robbie is out.
Robbie's out. Robbie
Crashed.
is out.
Safety car.
That's Gvid with some damage. It looked like he went off to the side. Yep,
yes.
Squid's got no front wing.
So now is where Fishing wants to pit.
Yep, lap 11 would be... Of course, if you were started on the softs, you could take the mediums to the end from here, definitely. Unfortunately, they are on the mediums. They're just going to have to commit to the hard tyres, I think. You can't afford to pass up a free pit stop.
Yep.
I think we will see these front two dive into the pits at the end of this lap. Scotsman in 3rd place, 6-lap-old hards. I reckon he probably fancies himself to take those to the end. If there's any more safety cars. Fish Sticks in, Button in. Scotsman carries on, then inherits the lead of the race. Sergeant Rananoff also carries on. He's got 5-lap-old mediums. That's interesting. I don't know if he could take those 20 laps. That's quite a big ask of those medium tyres. They're going to be screaming at the end of the stint if that's his decision. So Fish Sticks comes out into 5th place, and again Button behind him in 6th. These two rather inseparable, inseparable. There you go. So it looks like a few drivers are having trouble rejoining.
Yep, I'm trying to invite them.
Kachow having issues rejoining, but he is in 3rd place. So if he's not in already, then he might be pleasantly surprised when he does get back.
I don't think he minds. Now what happened to Locker? He has spun.
He's done
Oh no.
the old spin up Dunlop curve. Oh, that's some laggy connection there. This game is really struggling tonight. So 14 runners left. We've lost 6 from the race. So starting in 14th, we've got Locker. 13th is Skvid in the Aston Martin. 12th place is the Mercedes of TJM. 1992. 11th place is Revengezilla. Last two drivers on the fresh hard tyres. Excuse me. The 10th place and last points taker is OB at the moment. OB, 2 lap old mediums. Probably should be able to take them to the end, no problem. 9th place Tricks and Pines. Unfortunately had a little bit of contact with Revengezilla, it looked like.
Yeah.
A couple of laps ago. 8th place is Swilzer. In front of him, coming from the back of the pack, it's the Alpha Tauri of Biddle. Of course, my co-coms last night. Working his way quite nicely through the field. Found himself on fresh medium tyres for the last 15 laps of the race, and it's probably going to put him in a very good position, I would say. In front of him, in front of him we have Button, who has just hit under the safety car onto fresh hards, as has the guy in front of Fish Sticks, who is occupying the other Mercedes. So 4th place is the only McLaren driver left in the race so far, after Hargy has DNF'd earlier on. Janu Vane, it's a good drive from him so far. Let's have a look at position changes. So he's gone up 1. 3rd place we have RSF1 Kachow after a bit of a calamity in qualifying. Hitting the back of Robbie Parsons and effectively ending his qualifying in the at the end of Q1, I believe it was. So Skvid's picked up a 5-second penalty for contact with Locker, although Locker is behind.
Locker just probably didn't see Skvid braking. He just went straight up his rear, so he might even have some damage.
Oh, that's unlucky there. So 2nd place, Sergeant Rananoff. As away they go. I completely missed that, but Sergeant Rananoff right on the tail of the Scotsman in 1st. Tries to go around the outside of turn 1. Doesn't quite work, so Scotsman, 9 lap old hard tyres, looking to go to the end. Sergeant Rananoff, a big arse, taking those mediums to the end, but he has to make a move at the moment while he's got that tyre advantage.
No.
Scotsman, he's gone round sector 1. He's got to be super careful.
No.
Not hitting the wall. Yep, he's got it turned round.
Okay.
He will come out Genuvain also has had some issues. RSF1 Locker is in the pits. He's put on a fresh set of medium tyres. So Genuvain lost his front wing there. Scotsman looks like he might have got away without any damage. Yellow flag still out as Genuvain has hit the wall.
Oh no.
So he is out on the right hand side there. He had no front wing and his rear tyres were really overheated after that spin. So it's just a local yellow at the moment. Thankfully, just coming out of a safety car, I say. So at the moment, Sergeant Ranulph in the lead. He now needs to build that gap to Kachow, who is behind on 11-lap old hard tyres. Now this really is crunch time for Fishsticks and Button in 3rd and 4th. They've got to get up to RSF1 Kachow, whose tyres are a lot older. And they've got to get past him and then chase after Sargent, who will be getting slower towards the end of this race. We surely are set up for an exciting end. Behind Button then is Ividal. He's got up another couple of positions, of course benefiting from Scotsman, as Tricks and Pines and Swilzer go side by side into the Degners. Oh, very lucky there. Tricks and Pines going a little bit wide, gets oversteer but avoids hitting Swilzer, who goes up on the inside. They're side by side, they're given room. Swilzer will have the outside here. They're keeping still side by side into the braking zone. Tricks and Pines holds out. Swilzer will fight another day. Revengezilla gets past Skavid further back into 10th position then. Skavid looks like he's going to have a go back.
No.
Right into 130. Are they very close there though? 2 temps in it. Maybe into the braking zone. Thinks better of it. Perhaps he will use him as momentum to help him get further up the grid, further into those points than he would do if he was sitting in 10th. So going towards the front, OB and Swilzer have had an accident. They are both out. The safety car is out, so that was a turn 1 incident between OB and Swilzer. Swilzer, of course, last lap was having a battle with Tricks and Pines.
Another safety car.
Yep, we love the safety cars here. We're all about the safety cars. So while the safety car's out, just a quick football update. It's still 5-0 to England. Yeah, that looks pretty boring as well, actually, so I'll come back to this. So, safety car. Ugh, I'm gonna have a swig of drink because my throat's getting a little dry.
So now we have.
Am I boring you?
So now we have Sergeant Redknapp with a 5-second penalty, in 6th TGM with a 3-second, and in 8th place Squivid with an 8-second penalty. And TGM comes in, Revengezilla comes, everybody comes in. Everybody is coming in for softs, but at least Kachow, Sergeant Redknapp, Fishsticks, Button, Revengezilla, Biddo, they're all coming in. Scotsman surprisingly going to new mediums. Maybe he didn't have any new softs laying around. Tricks and Pines also new softs. So now we only have Squivid, with 4-lap old mediums and a 8-second time penalty. That is definitely not what he wants. Uh, he should probably go in, get some softs, get rid of the 5-second penalty, so only has a 3-second penalty, and then just see what he can do in the race. But if he wants to stay out and try to do a Scotsman like last week, and just make the gap from first, if he is capable of doing that, then surprise me. Try, do it. So we'll see what happens, but I highly doubt he's gonna do that, and I think he's just gonna box for softs. So then, let's say he does do that. We'll have Kachow in first, Sergeant Renoff in second, and they're going to be battling with Fish 6 and third then for the win.
Yep, definitely has sort of ruined the ending of the race that I pictured in my head. Kind of neutralised everything that's happened before here. Nearly all the drivers now on the soft tyres, and it's kind of killed it. Bloody safety car. 11 runners still in the race then, Dino.
Yep.
I didn't see this many people crashing. I thought there'd be a few, but yeah, it turns out it's been a tricky track for people to navigate.
Yeah, like on the one hand, I'm not surprised because it is a very hard track, but on the other hand, I am surprised that 8 people have DNF'd out of a 20 grid.
So we're just waiting for people at the back, so that's Biddle and Locker. What happened to Biddle? Why is he so far back?
Probably bad timing with the safety car.
Yep, so interestingly, he hasn't even got on fresh softs. So that's, unfortunately, looks like that's scuppered his chances of getting a good finish. He was looking really good.
He says he got kicked from the session, so probably his AI didn't pick him, and now he is there in 10th.
Yeah, so it's definitely an unfortunate one for him. So the leader at the moment of Squid again opting for not opting to stay on the medium tyres.
Surprisingly,
they should get going again. Perhaps he's looking to do his teammate a bit of a favour.
Yeah.
But if he can hold up Kachow for even just a couple of corners, that's going to invite them to Button to put some pressure on Fish Sticks. A safety car is in this lap. We'll see what happens off the restart. Squid is controlling the pace through the last corner. And he's gone.
Oh no,
Has he? No, he's not put his ERS on.
There comes Sergeant.
It's been a disaster for Squid. Dropping down to second, possibly even third, as Sergeant Ranoff goes up the inside. He is now in third place. Behind him, Fish Sticks. And he needs to get past pretty quick. He'll have a lot of pace over Squid in front of him on those older medium tyres.
There goes Squid.
He's gone. He probably didn't have warm enough tyres. I didn't see a lot of tyre warming going on. But yeah, unfortunately that's how to go from first to last in one sector. Unfortunately there for Squid. So in the lead then is RSF1 Kachow. Behind him is Sergeant Ramanoff. Third place currently occupied by Fish Sticks. Revengezilla has got in between Fishsticks and Button then. TJM losing out a little bit down into 8th. He is also not opted to change his tyres. He'll be regretting that, no doubt, as will more than likely everyone that's on the mediums at the moment. Getting very close to the rear of Tricks and Pines there, coming into those last couple of sectors as RSF1 Kachow sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Sergeant Rananoff just 7 tenths behind him, and Fishsticks lagging behind a little bit, 1.5 seconds off Sergeant Rananoff in second. So further down, Biddle has got past RSF1 Locker, who is on the fresh softs. So that's a good little pass there from Biddle. Next up the road is TJM in the Mercedes, who's got very similar tyres, you have to say. Oh, as Tricks and Pines has gone round, he's spun it into Dunlop. And Button's picked up a 3-second penalty in 5th place. That is not going to help his race at all. Behind him is Scotsman on the mediums. I think Button will want to build that 3-second gap. He'll probably need to get it before the DRS is enabled though.
Yeah, definitely. Sector 2, that's just Tricks and Pines going slow. Excuse me.
Yeah, having all sorts of trouble through the hairpin.
Let's take a look what's going on. Sergeant Rednoff not in the 1 second. He needs to be in the DRS. Needs to kick on a little bit more if he can. Fishsticks Revengilla battling with each other. And you have Button, sadly, with 3 seconds. Anything special happening now? Let's take a look.
Revengilla.
Sergeant Rednoff. No.
Sergeant's binned it. Oh no, Sergeant. It's become the latest drive.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Tricks and Pines out that way. Retired in the pits.
Everyone gets points. So Sergeant Rananoff, unfortunately, dropping back into 10th position, becoming the latest driver to bin it in the old Sector 1.
And look at the lead Kachow has now. 4.3 seconds.
It's
Save your voice.
incredible considering how his race started today. It's been 97 minutes or 98 minutes now, and I think I'm about to swear, and my throat is fucking gone.
Oh, there we go.
Jesus. Sorry. I keep muting myself to cough. So, 5 laps to go, 6 laps to go, technically.
Yeah.
The gap to second, now nearly 4.5 seconds. Behind Fishsticks is Revengilla, who's looking feisty. But right behind him is the Aston Martin of Button. All 4 of these front runners are on the fresh softs. Interestingly, Button not managing to pull away from Scotsman. And now the DRS is, of course, active. The Scotsman might have a look. Oh, Scotsman was trying to go up the inside there. It looked like he got his left front and left rear on the grass. He tried to brake, and unfortunately he's gone into the back of Button. He's given himself front wing damage.
Right front end plate.
He's lost. Yep, lost that end plate at the front as TJM will pick up the free position. Thank you very much for the Mercedes, boys. Get in there. So Scotsman will be coming in, I assume. I think he is probably very aware there's only 10 runners left. He'll come into the pits, hopefully have a fresh set of softs to stick on and go for that fastest lap, I reckon. And that, of course, puts Sergeant Renanoff up into 9th place and Squid up into 8th. So Biddle up into 7th, that's still a decent amount of positions gained. From starting at the back, he is behind RSF1 Locker again, who seems that he might have found a little bit of pace on these soft tyres. The gap between first and second then is still holding steady at around 4.5 seconds. Kachow showing his pace today. Looks like Fishsticks might have made a mistake possibly around the exit of the hairpin, and that's cost him a few tenths down this long straight heading into the Spoon curve. Revengezilla still on the back of Fishsticks then, and Button still following him, and unfortunately Scotsman no longer on the back of Button after that incident earlier on. RSF1 Locker picking up a 3-second penalty. Let's have a quick look at those, shall we? So only 4 drivers at the moment with 3 seconds. So interestingly, low numbers of penalties, which is I have to admit rather surprising considering how brutal this track is on track limits, and actually even more surprising to see Button with a 3-second penalty, because usually so good on those track limits, and today he's obviously just made one too many mistakes and is paying the 3-second price for it. The gap now between the front two is at 5 seconds as Squid is in a wall at sector 1. Bend it, safety car. That is going to make this really interesting. Will the safety car allow Scotsman past? I think it will.
Yep.
As it does indeed. So Scotsman will be right on the back of Sargent. He's got brand new soft tyres to play with. And if I'll tell you what, if you're Biddle, you seriously consider coming in and putting on those softs, surely.
Yeah, why not? You're only losing 1 position because Scotland is too far back, and you might gain more.
Could indeed. Those 11-lap-old mediums will be past their best, and everyone around them still on fairly new soft tyres. So let's see what Biddle does then. Does he pit?
Yes.
He does indeed. Smart move there from Biddle. We called it. We definitely called it.
Yep.
Manages to not do a monkey boy going into the pits, which is good. TJM also coming into the pits, putting on that fresh set of rubber. Scotsman already has those. Unfortunately, he's kind of losing out here. So he looked good because he had the fresh softs in front of him, and now everyone's come out in front of him with even fresher softs. So
yep,
unlucky for him. So Kachow now caught up to the safety car. Fishsticks has again caught Kachow. Revengezilla in 3rd place at the moment, followed closely behind by Button. Locker sitting quite well in 5th, it has to be said. Sergeant Rananoff so all of a sudden finds himself back into 6th after the spin earlier on. So 7th position is where the fresh tyres start to come in. TGM just catching up now. Biddle just behind him, and Scotsman still a little way back. We will have two. It could be. Oh no! Oh, the Scotsman is gonna miss out. He's got to catch up. Safety car is in this lap. He is probably going to be asking a favour of Kachow to really slow this pack up. Although one thing will be said, at least Scotsman will have the heat in his tyres.
Yep.
Kachow makes no mistake on the restart then. Away he goes. Pulls a gap so there's no threat from Fish Sticks into the first corner.
Locker crashed against TGM. TGM might have damage and Bill looks to half spin but catches it.
These drivers on the fresh tyres. You're not supposed to be arguing with each other, you're supposed to be moving up further. Revengezilla right on the back of Fish Sticks there. Oh, Revengezilla's gone round, he's crashed on the inside. He's lost his front wing. That's so unlucky. Into Dunlop as Scotsman picks up a penalty. Let's see what effect that has. None, because he's in last. God's sake. So at the moment, who is gaining? Sergeant Rananoff is definitely gaining the drivers. Two drivers in front of him both have 3-second penalties. So as it is, Sergeant Rananoff picking up a third position today. That would be a great result for him.
Yep. Yeah, I was just going crazy. I was saying Blocker spun out. I did get it clipped, but it was just my game being crazy and so much stuff that didn't happen.
It's to make up for all the safety cars. So on to the last lap now. Kachow looks like he's got the pace on the Fish Sticks. The gap now up to 1.6 seconds then. Coming through this first sector for the last time tonight. Has Fish Sticks got anything in his locker? It doesn't really look like it. A button probably won't want to try too hard as Locker's gone off on the last lap. Oh, Locker, no. And it's suddenly important for Scotsman. Very close on the exit, so Scotsman and Locker will be fighting for position, it seems. Revengezilla with a new front wing, it seems, and a set of old soft tyres. No, he hasn't got a front wing. That's probably fair enough. No need to. He might as well put it in a wall, to be honest, at this point. Actually, don't do that. Ignore I said that. TJM on the last lap, picking up another 3 seconds. That's not good, although he might get away with it because the guys behind also have penalties and there is indeed a bit of a gap. But into the last couple of sectors. Just called corners, not sectors. Fuck. There you go, I swore again. Kachow wins the Japanese Grand Prix as the DRS is enabled and the game's had an issue and it's given Kachow a penalty because this grain is great and has no bugs.
So it's Kachow, Fisher, Sargent.
Yep, Kachow, Fish Sticks, then Sargent. As Revengezilla picks up a 3 seconds, I don't think he'll care too much. He had no front wing. So, your winner today, RSF1 Kachow. Second place was Fish Sticks.
Yeah.
We'll ignore the podium. The podium's not real. Definitely ignore the podium. Well, I mean, we'll watch the podium anyway, even though it's not right.
Yeah.
No, sure, guys, include your audio.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't forget to include your audio, peeps. So, interestingly, what was Kachow picked up? He didn't even pick up a penalty.
No pens at all, but there's none.
This This game is fucking stupid.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So, ignore what you see, ladies and gentlemen, on the screen. First place today was RSF1 Kachow, followed by Fish Sticks in second, and Sergeant Rananoff picking up that third place due to not having a penalty. Unfortunate there for Button, missing out on a podium because of the 3 second he managed to accrue over the race. There's been quite a few pit stops, I think it has to be said. Yep, quite a few there. So we will dive into the interviews. Dean, can you take third and first? I will take second.
I don't think Thera is with us right now. Or
Yeah, I am.
oh yeah, I meant second. Sergeant, there you're on the podium. How do you feel?
Actually, like you'd be like, "Oh, you got podium, well done," but I'm annoyed. I lost in total. I lost 9 places due to screen freeze, and one of those screen freezes I lagged into my teammate, which gave me a 5-second penalty, which I served during a pit stop. I believe I should have won that race.
Yeah, a lot of DNFs. I think, if I believe so, 12. How do you feel about that? Because there's a huge number of DNFs today.
That's normal, especially through sector 1. So I'm not surprised at all.
The strategy in the end, the last safety car. How do you feel about that? Because it looked like it did, make sure you got this podium position.
It helped me, but it kind of balanced out the luck during the race.
Well, congratulations. Good points for AlphaTauri, of course. It was a hectic race. It's good that you went through it, and now we can hopefully forget about Japan, laugh about it in the future, and continue to the next race, which is USA, I believe. How do you feel about that track?
I haven't played it yet on the game. I have no idea.
We'll see about that next week. Congratulations on your podium.
Cheers.
And on to second place.
Yeah.
Okay, here we are. Fish Sticks, second place. Don't forget to include your audio, of course.
Oh no.
Right. It's a good start. It's second position for you. It's definitely a good result. But after taking the pole position, if my memory serves me correct, maybe a little disappointed to not go one step higher.
Safety car lost me a race again. 2 weeks in a row. Actually, no, no, not last weekend. Japan. I've had two races at Japan, and both have been scattered by late safety cars or safety cars everywhere. So, yeah, slightly annoying, but I got second, so it's all good.
Yeah, and on those safety cars then, obviously quite a lot of DNFs today. It did look like we were due for a really good finish, and then that last safety car seems to kill everything.
Yeah.
I bet that really wasn't. You weren't really impressed, having to come in for softs with a handful of laps to go.
And I was more annoyed by the one before, in fairness. The one where they could put on hards. But no, yeah, the softs was alright because it sort of leveled everyone out a bit easier, more, and I prefer the softs. But no, yeah, so it was just, yeah, it's the first two safety cars that sort of ruined the actual strategy and the flow of the race. I always sort of struggle on restarts to get back in the flow of things, and that's where I get gapped. And it's just a me thing more than anything else.
Yep, and I think we did indeed see Kachow was right on it from the word go at the last safety car. So next week is USA. Now I know you've raced at USA recently, but do you feel like you can bring that experience and help you go a step further up next week?
Well, it's another track I like, so either way, I'm gonna have fun, so that's all good. So
Exactly.
yeah.
You're gonna have a fast teammate to
Hopefully.
back you up next week as well. Not that you didn't this week. That sounded a little bit
Nah, it's good.
passive aggressive.
That'd be good.
Yeah. So
It'd be a fun race. It'd be fun.
yeah, definitely true. As long as you don't overheat your tyres into Sector 1. Of course.
It's not that bad.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. I'll take note of that. Congratulations, Fish Sticks, on your
Thank you.
second place. I'll hand off to Biddle to interview today's race winner.
Dean.
Thank you very much.
Kachow. First place
Yo.
from last on the grid. Incredible. How do you feel? Talk us through it.
Mixed emotions. The lobby was just horrible to race with, but in general, I felt my pace was great. I enjoyed my race pace. A few nice overtakes. Fastest lap by quite a bit. Just the race itself was good, but the lobby was just horrible, which ruined a lot of people's races, which was unfortunate. All in all, second last to first. Can't complain. I'll take that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a superb race. Of course, I believe you didn't have any penalties.
No penalty, no warnings.
And the crash in qualifying put you last. Frustrated about that?
Yeah, I mean, if you have a spin, get off the racing line. Everyone knows it. Don't just sit on the racing line.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing I could say because it was just a superb race. There were no mistakes. Your restart, taking first from, I believe it was Squivit. It was incredible. You had so much overspeed. No penalties. Your race was just perfect. And then that's from last to first. So this is definitely something you would like to remember. This race.
Oh, this
Other
one's getting
people-
saved. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
other
saving this
people
one.
probably won't. But for you, it's definitely a really good weekend. Next week we have the US Grand Prix. How do you feel about that Grand Prix?
I've already won in a previous league already this season at USA, so hopefully I'll take that form there again.
I definitely hope so because I would love to see more of this racing. It just gets more and more exciting in Tier 2. So congratulations on your win. And I will take it to David to round up the stream.
Thank you, boys.
Right, and congratulations to you, Kachow. Congratulations to the rest of the podium sitters today. That is unfortunately all we have time for. Thank you very much for joining us. We have been Fair Play Racing League. My throat is fucked. And we'll see you next week for the USA Grand Prix, Thursday night for Division 1. Thank you very much, and good night.